Hey everybody, Mr. Magic here. We're going to play some more Commander today. I am running a combo or a partner of Kodama of the East Tree and Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. The goal is going to be to totally abuse Kodama's free permanent ability and just to try to play out my entire hand every single turn.
I am Mrs. Magic, and I am playing Krenko Mob Boss, trying again to make many goblins.
So my anxieties about this matchup are that I think Kodama, being a turn 6 play, probably for this deck, and then Sakashima the turn after, that's kind of a slow matchup against the goblins. The goblins are usually rolling hard by that point. So if in the comments you guys have any recommendations for what I might be able to do, especially on a budget, to speed this deck up, well, I am all ears. So bear that in mind, and I will keep this hand.
I'll keep this hand.
Okay, let's roll up.
Whoop.
I got a 6.
15.
To your 15.
Okay.
Go for it. Like you needed any speed advantages.
I'm gonna drop a mountain. And play goes to you.
Okay. One draw for turn. I'll toss a Vivid Creek. Comes in tapped with 2 counters. And play goes to you.
Okay. Ooh, like this. I'm gonna drop another mountain and tap it for Soul Ring. I like Soul Ring.
Yeah, Soul Ring is always a strong play. I'm gonna. Is that my turn?
No, not yet.
Okay. You only have 3 mana available. What could you want to do for that?
I'm gonna tap Soul Ring for 2 and a mountain and play Goblin War Chief. Goblin spells you cast cost 1 less to cast.
No.
And now play goes to you.
Are you sure you don't want to hit me while you're at it?
He doesn't. He has Summoning Sickness, doesn't he?
Goblin creatures you control have haste.
I missed that. Okay.
Is he a goblin creature you control?
He is, and I will hit you for 2.
So what was that? Reading the card.
Explains the card, yes.
Yeah. That's what that is.
Yep.
Alright. I'm going to go up 2 life instead since I had to explain all that. Okay. I'm going to untap and draw and think to myself that would have been a great card later.
What? Me or you?
The thing that I drew.
Oh.
I am going to play a forest. I'm going to move all my lands over here. I'm going to tap 2, remove a counter from Vivid Creek, drop In Search of Greatness. At the beginning of my upkeep, I may cast a permanent from my hand with converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the highest CMC among permanents I control without paying its mana cost. If I don't do that, I can scry 1. So in normal language, that means 2 is my highest CMC right now.
What's CMC?
Converted mana cost.
Oh, okay.
So 2 is my highest right now, and next turn I can cast a 3-drop for free. That's what that means.
Okay.
So, that being said, play passes to you.
Drop another land. Okay. I'm going to tap 2 and 3 more for 5 for Coat of Arms. Artifact, each creature gets +1/+1 for each other creature on the battlefield that shares at least one creature type with it. I like that card, especially with goblins, because all of them are goblins.
Yeah, no, I derive almost no benefit from that, because this deck is like the menagerie of creatures. There's a...
I'm going to hit you for 2.
Hit me for 2. There's a card called Volo Guide to Monsters that came out in the Adventures in the Forgotten Realms from earlier this year. And my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Volo Guide to Monsters gives you value if you're untap upkeep. During my upkeep, I will drop a Replicating Ring for free. And it's a mana rock that taps for 1 of any color. Then I will throw that right there. I will drop a forest for turn. And see, I have access to 4 mana.
Oh, excuse me. Despite that this is a skull, that's a really pretty box.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of Magic is about aesthetics. It's about things to look at and things that either look pretty or look cool. So I will do nothing, actually. I feel like that's going to be not the winner's choice, but the only choice.
Okay, so my turn?
Yes, play passes to you. Anyways, Volo Guide to Monsters gives you value when your creatures do not share creature types. So I will get nothing from Coat of Arms.
2, 3, and 4 for Krenko.
Right.
Alright, 2 floating. Or not 2 floating, 2 more.
2 available, yep.
Yeah. And I'm going to take those 2 for a Goblin Recruiter.
And you're going to stack your deck, right?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I should read the card, shouldn't I? When Goblin Recruiter comes into play, search your library for any number of Goblin cards you choose. Reveal those cards, then shuffle your library and put them on top of it in any order you choose.
Yeah, it's still gross. I was hoping it would be less gross, but no.
And if you were playing the card,
it would be fantastic. It's about perspective. Lots of things in life are about perspective. So, you want to hit me for 2 or for 3? And
you have no block. What are those 2 cards on top? I can't tell upside down.
I've got an enchantment, In Search of Greatness, puts stuff on the field, and I've got...
So you've got no blockers.
Right, this is a mana rock.
Okay.
So, you could actually do way more. You could tap Krenko and make 3 more tokens.
I am actually going to wait until I've...
You're going to hold off? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, give me just a minute. Well, actually, no, I'm tapped out, so I probably can't add anything this turn. But I will tap Krenko and double my goblins before I hit you, since I have haste. You have the marker?
It is markers in here.
So I need to make 3 goblins. And
for everybody out there watching, these are PVC name badges that I found on Amazon, and they're dry erase compatible. And if you guys are interested, I can put the link in the description, in the video description.
Okay, so do you want to add this up while I look for my goblins? Because I'm going to hit you with everything.
You got
and I get +1/+1 for everything.
3. Oh, that's totally terrible. 3 of those, and they get a buff for each other goblin. So there's 6 goblins on the field, so each goblin gets +5.
Plus their regular,
Right.
oh, I can't think of the word.
They get +5. 7 and 6 is 13. And then 13 plus 18 is 31, leaving me at 5 life.
Oh, wow.
I told you, goblins are way too fast to play against this deck. This deck doesn't do anything until both Kodama and Sakashima hit the field. Once it's there, it will regurgitate its entire contents onto the field. But that's probably a turn 7 at the earliest.
The play goes to you, sweetie.
Okay. I'm going to draw a card. I am going to drop Letiara Mirror Lake. And no, it does not come in with counters on it. Oh, let's see. I had the opportunity to scry one. Sorry, I missed the trigger. I'm at my In Search of Greatness trigger. I missed the trigger, so shame on me.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
So I don't have enough mana available to do anything.
Okay.
And play passes to you.
Okay, I'm gonna need a couple more minutes.
Need more time to look for more goblins.
I
almost feel like I should take another turn.
You're funny.
I'm at 5 life and I'm funny.
You are. I'm almost done.
Well, I put my night counter on Replicating Ring. So there. I'm not sure how you're going to recover from that, but...
From what? What's a night counter?
Replicating Ring, during every upkeep, you put a counter on Replicating Ring. And then once it hits 8 counters, you make 8 token copies. Or they're not exactly copies.
Do you want to shuffle these for me while
sure.
I look through and pile my goblins how I want them?
Right.
Well, first, I guess I ought to reveal them because I don't want you to know how they're going to
Oh, I know how to stack them.
Okay, I don't want to have to read all of these. So.
The Muxus into everything else was my idea. So, and you terminate with Hobgoblin Bandit Lord and blow up the field, blow up your opponent with, I didn't even see Muxus. Are you holding Muxus?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's the only reason you wouldn't put him in the stack. You're holding Muxus. Yep. The combo is you go Muxus, and then whatever the 6th, you just put whatever kinds of degenerate garbage you want in the first 5 spots, and then Hobgoblin Bandit Lord is the last one. And you tap Krenko before all this, and then you've got Muxus plus 6 other goblins that enter the field, and then whatever entered the field off of Krenko and Hobgoblin Bandit Lord does damage to your opponent equal to the number of goblins that entered the field this turn. And it's horrible.
And I'll be ready in just a second. Okay, I piled stacked my goblins.
Stacked your goblins, okay.
Wait, you said it's my turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
I'm going to untap everyone, put my goblins there. Yeah, I guess I'll just leave them off the mat because
the mat is about to get very full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is it. Boy, I got a lot of stuff to untap. I like this card. I'm gonna play play another mountain, and let me think. I am going to pick 2, 3, 4, 5. For Muxus Goblin Grandy, and he costs 6, but I have the card that says everything. Yeah. The goblins cost 1 less to cast. So when Muxus Goblin Grandy enters the battlefield, reveal the top 6 cards of your library. Put all goblin creature cards with converted mana cost 5 or less from among them into the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Whenever Muxus attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each other goblin you control. That is a great card.
I know.
I love that card. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And since I stacked them, I know that all of these
are lands.
are goblins. And I can put them right into play, correct?
Yep, they go right into play. Anything with, is it 5 or less or 6 or less is the...
5 or less. Okay, so, before I lay the others down, when Goblin Matron enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a goblin card. Reveal that card, put it to your hand, then shuffle your library. So, I am going to... and Pile Driver, protection from blue. What color do you have?
I have blue and green.
Okay, protection from blue. This creature can't be blocked, targeted, dealt damage, or enchanted by anything blue. Whenever Goblin Pile Driver attacks, you get +2/+2 until end of turn for each other attacking goblin.
See, Wizards failed right there because the acrostic that players remember is debt, damage, enchant, block, target. And so they could have just kept that order and reinforced the acrostic, but whatever.
Goblin Chieftain has haste. Other goblin creatures you control get +1/+1 and have haste. I already had haste. And then Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. Other goblins you control get +1/+1. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord deals damage equal to the number of goblins that enter the battlefield under your control this turn to any target. And Goblin King, all goblins in play gain Mountain Walk and +1/+1 while this card remains in play. Last one is Brash Taunter. Indestructible. When Brash Taunter is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent. It's got a couple other things, but I seldom use that. I'm not quite sure that I understand. It's one of those read the card, understand the card, but I'm not familiar with the other.
So, Brash Taunter could get in a fight with, say, Kodama of the East Tree. Because he's indestructible, the combat damage will not kill him. But Kodama will deal 6 damage to Brash Taunter, and then Brash Taunter would deal 6 damage to me. Does that make sense? Or you could redirect if we got 4 people at the table, you could redirect that damage to target opponent. His other ability is that you pay red and 2 and tap him, and then he fights another creature. And it's a way of dealing direct damage to your opponent. Because...
Okay, excuse me, one quick second before I forget. I went and got a goblin card because of Matron. So now I need to shuffle my deck, and any other goblins I had in there, I'm not going to have.
Now, I think Matron puts that in your hand.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you have enough left to pay for Reckless ones.
Sorry, I'd been putting so many on there, I automatically did.
Anyways, so your opponent is not going to want to engage with Taunter. There has to be a way to draw them into a conflict, and the fight mechanic is the way
here's
they did that.
I'm sneaky, so I'm going to tap 1 for Lackey. And let me think. Oh, I'm sorry. Whenever a goblin lackey successfully deals damage to a player, you may choose a goblin card in your hand and put that goblin into play. I have a question. Since he's a 1-drop and everything costs 1 less to pay, do I have to pay for him at all?
Costs gray less.
Oh, gray
and
less.
he costs red.
My apologies.
Yep.
So I am. Let me think. Boy, if I hit you with Lackey, I've got so many +1/+1s that it would probably be lethal with your 5.
Yep, absolutely it would.
I was gonna add one more card, but
there is nothing on the field, at least that I can think of, that you can hit me with.
Okay, well then here's what I'm gonna do. I haven't tapped him. Yeah, he's not tapped. Okay, so I am going to double my goblins. I just need to figure out, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 goblins. So I need to have 17 on here. And, let's see, you're better at math than me. Do you want to figure out how many counters they have?
Well,
everybody gets 1 off of every other attacking goblin because of him.
Right, so you get
every other goblin.
8, 10, 27, 20, you have 28, so every goblin gets plus 27.
Is that just on this?
That's the coat of arms math is that every goblin gets plus 27.
Okay.
So the way to do that quickly is the coat of arms is going to do 27 times 28.
Okay.
Or actually, Krenko's tapped, so 27 times 27. And that number is enormous.
And then we have...
like 20 times 20 is 400, so...
yeah. This gives everyone +1/+1.
Yep, so that's another... You have another 27 attacking creatures, so that's another 27.
And this one gives everyone 27. I mean +1/+1.
Well, this will be plus 26, and this will be 26 because it's other creatures get. Then Goblin Grandy gets +1/+1 for each other goblin, so that's another 26 involved. And from there, I think it's like you could actually charge Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, and let's see, there were 14 tokens created plus 8 goblins that entered the field is 22. That's 22 damage.
Wow.
And then it's just a simple matter of adding the printed values on the card. So 2, 3 goes to 20, 24, 25, 20. No, never mind. We've got to figure out him. 25, 27, 29. See a 2-2?
Yes.
31, 32, 33.
And, well, when he deals damage, I get to play a card from my hand, but that wouldn't be attacking you.
Okay, yep, so 33, and then we got to figure out Pile Driver gets +2 until end turn for each other.
32 or 33?
33 was the number to write down, and then Pile Driver gets +2 for each other attacking goblin, and we figured that there were 25 other attacking goblins, which adds another 50 damage to Pile Driver. Now, it's important for you to square that 27 is 27 squared. That first one. 27 squared means 27 times 27.
Oh, okay.
Here, let me
I was just writing down the numbers you said. I wasn't keeping track of everything that you said.
Okay. So you write that this way.
Okay.
It's okay.
I just wrote down the numbers. I'll open it for you.
Okay.
I just wrote down the numbers you said. I wasn't paying a whole.
Then we do a math. When you need a calculator to play Magic the Gathering, that's success. So 27, wait a minute, 27 squared is 729 plus 26 plus 26 plus 26 plus 22 plus 33 plus 50, 912 damage total. I feel like that bears writing down on its own card.
And just for the record, since everybody attacked, I don't have room to tap everybody. Since everybody attacked, even though it's not going to do any damage to you,
You just got to put Reckless One on the field, right?
I don't remember the name. It's probably it.
Reckless One was I think he's a 4-drop. Power and toughness is equal to the number of goblins.
So Lackey allows me to play another card. So he comes in.
Yep.
He is not tapped.
Right. And he's big.
Yeah.
So
He has haste, and Reckless One's power and toughness are equal to the number of goblins in play, which is a lot.
Yep. So if anybody in the comments finds that we made a mistake in that calculation, feel free to let us know. But I hope you enjoyed that. I feel like we're going to need to shuffle up and play another game, give Kodama a chance to do something against a deck that is not quite this fast. But